Hello, all. Good evening. Have you ever wondered what do you mean by A3 thinking? So, the A3 thinking is all about fitting the entire problem into one big A3 sheet. So, you can imagine the A3 sheet is considerably much larger than the A4 sheet. I think we all know what is the size of the A4 sheet. So these particular problems, once you fit into the A3 sheet, there's nothing but a kind of a A3 thinking. So people, we can also call it as A3 thinking is also a kind of a critical thinking. The development of the critical thinking can be measured using the A3 sheet, which is called as the A3 thinking. So this A3 thinking can be broadly be divided into three vertical pillars, I would say. So in the A3 thinking, we have three sections. So the first section is providing the information on why part, and the middle section is providing the information on how the problem comes and what is the solution, and the final part is all about deriving the solution and how it impacts the results and what next. So this A3 sheet is all about providing you the three major informations like why, how, and what. So each problem can further be divided into 8 to 9 subparts, which means each these three sections can be divided into three sections each. So total 8 to 9 sections, 8 to 9 subsections. So how do you easily remember those 8 parts into the A3 sheet? Okay, now you know that there are the in A3 sheet is all about providing the information on A3 sheet in a large manner. Okay, so the A3 sheet contains of three major parts, which is the why part and how part and what part, and each part can further divided into three sections. Okay, so I would like to give you the quick tip on how you can easily remember the each part. Okay, so as I said in the beginning, the A3 thinking is all about critical thinking. So I would like to pick it up the word critical as an acronym to really give you the information on what are the subparts. Okay, so the first in the critical, the section C is nothing but the clarification of the problem. So as soon as you get the problem, you need to first try to clarify the problem. Okay, and there are various ways that you can clarify the problem, and the in the critical, the next letter R is now about ramification is nothing but the break down the problems into multiple pieces so that you will understand more about the problems. Okay, uh, and then the I is nothing but imagine the outcome or setting up the goal or set the target. So this is, it will give you the in the why part, it will give you the clarifying the problems, ramifying the problems, and imagine the outcome. So this will give you the information on why and why the problem occurs in the first place. And if you go into the second section, which is how part, so the here if you see the critical CRI, we have already given to y part, and in the how part, the next letters like TIC. The T means the thought process, like the brainstorming, the analysis of the root cause, why the problem occurs, what are the various ways that you can analyze the situation. That's called a thought process. And in the critical, the identification of the action items. Okay, it's nothing but you analyze the problems. Now the identification of the action items are kind of you are deriving the various countermeasures. Okay, to attack the problems. Okay, or to from the solution. And the final in the second section, the final letter is the creation of the action items. Okay, or we can also call it as pick a countermeasures. Okay, this is also called as a change management. Okay, so this is also kind of creating the to-do list, right? So this is the creation of the action items. So now you understand the how part. Okay, how part is nothing but providing you the thought process, analysis, and create the identification of action items and creation of the action plan. Okay, so now you understand the why part, now you understand the how part. Now the final thing is the what part. So once you identify the problems and once you set the goal, now you understand the various analysis and the countermeasures, and uh, now the last part is what part is nothing but providing the results. So it's all about understanding the results. So this is called assessment, and the final in the critical L is nothing but the level, the pre-creation of the large pictures. Okay, so the once you get the results, once you get the results out of it, how this particular information is going to be useful for your entire large picture. Okay, so this will give you the critical acronym will give you or depict you the overall activities, right, in the A3 sheet. So in that way you can easily remember if somebody asks you, okay, so what are all the various parts of critical thinking, or how do you measure the A3 sheet, and what are the various subparts in the A3 sheet, and each sheet, each column, how many sections are there. So in that way you can easily be understand what do you mean by critical thinking is all about. So in that way it will be very useful for you to have a clear cut analysis on how do you approach the problems, and come up with the brainstorming and solutions and create the action items, and how the results are going to be affecting your large thinking model. So with that I'm going to ending up, and I hope you will understand this critical thinking, and thank you very much, and we will come up with the next better tip tomorrow. Thank you.